In the world of film, half frame has made a big revival in recent years, partly due to the cost of film. Half frame, which is half the size of 35mm, gives you twice as many pictures on a roll, which makes it much more economical to shoot. Well, Fujifilm have produced a digital half frame camera, which is, as far as I'm concerned, is a first. It's called the X half, and it's a beautiful little camera. Here it is. It's vaguely based on the X100, which is also an incredibly popular camera. You can see similar style, and you can see similar lineage. But it's a very, very different camera aimed at a very different audience. They use a 1-inch sensor, which is a sensor widely used for many years by many different brands, and they've got it arranged vertically like classic half-frame film cameras of the past, like the Olympus Pen. And this makes it perfect for the social media generation who are going to be using this camera and posting their pictures on Instagram and TikTok. Externally, it's very simple. You see on the top there's just a power switch on the top corner and an exposure compensation dial. There's also a film advance lever, which has a couple of different functions, which I'll come to. On the back, you can see the screen, which, as you can see, is aligned vertically. And virtually most of the controls of the camera are done through the touchscreen of this vertical screen here. There's also this really cool little film window. And if you've got a film camera, you'll know this little window tells you what film you're shooting. On here is a digital version, and you can scroll through like this, and you can select your film simulation mode beautifully. It's a really lovely touch. And then, of course, on this side, there's just a flash on and off and a USB-C charging port. On the front, there's a 35mm equivalent f2.8 lens, which is manually adjustable from 2.8 up to f11, and then there's an auto mode for shooting in full auto. Okay, so let's turn it on, and the first thing I notice is this film window here, which is from, obviously harks back to film days, and it's a fantastic implementation of the film simulation modes. Scroll through, here you go, Velvia, Provia, select the film simulation mode of your choice, like this, and you can see it changing on the screen as you go through them. If you scroll up on the touch screen, you get the shooting menus where you've got a choice of program, shutter priority, aperture priority, and manual exposure. And then the film window becomes a back button effectively. You've got your focusing mode, single, continuous, or manual focus. There is a manual focusing control on the lens. JPEG size or image size, self-timer, face detection, face on and off, or eye detection on off. You can add grain to your pictures, and you can choose whether you want weak or strong grain and the size or roughness of the grain. There's a portrait enhancer for portraiture, for skin softening, etc. And then you've got a white balance setting here as well. Now, if you scroll from this side, you've then got some additional settings to do with network settings, airplane mode, Bluetooth, etc. And then from the other side, you've got more. You can decide whether this window here is film simulation modes or effect filters. So you've got a whole range of filters you can scroll through here of sort of canvas, soft focus, low key, high key, miniature, expired film, light leak. I can imagine the light leak could be popular with film photographers, creating that look as if it's actually shot on film. I'm going to go back to the film simulation modes though. Now, one of the most interesting features of this camera is when you scroll down from the top, this is where you pair the camera to your phone. But this film camera mode lets the camera behave, or makes the camera behave kind of like a film camera, in that you can't see the pictures that you've taken until you've finished the roll. First of all, you decide how many pictures you want to take, 36, 54, or 72. 72 on a 36 exposure film, 72 is how many you'd get on a roll of actual film. Then when I'm going to select 36, once you press start, you then get a very simple screen, which is basically a film counter, which lets you count the pictures as you take them. So yeah, I've just taken a picture now. After you've taken a picture, you wind on to take another one, just as you would with a film camera. But if you press play, you can't see the pictures you've just taken. The only way to see the pictures is to get to the end of the 36 pictures that you've taken, and then they download via the app to your phone, and they develop on your phone. So you have to wait to see them. This just gives you a good film experience. If you really decide you regret that decision and you can't wait, if you double tap the film window, you can actually end mid-roll. You can stop the whole thing. But the idea of that is to give you the film experience of actually not being able to see your pictures until after you finished your roll. Now, in normal shooting mode, the film wind lever has a different function, and that is that if you take a picture, when you wind it on, it effectively gives you a diptych. You take two pictures, one after the other, and it presents the two of them. As you see, it's storing there. It presents the two of them side by side. There you go. You can use that. You can take pictures of two different people, or you can show a scene and then slightly left to the left or right of the scene. You can do what you like. You can even shoot film on one and video on the other, but it gives you two images side by side. Overall, this is not a camera aimed at pixel peepers and people who want the very highest image quality. It's aimed at people who want to have fun with their photography and the kind of people that are going to put these pictures on social media. And it's absolutely perfect for that. It's got lots of really great features. It looks great. I can see this camera being a massive success. It's on sale now for £699 in the UK. Hope you find this video interesting. Don't forget to like and comment below or tell us what you think of this camera, and do subscribe to the channel if you don't already.